Leroy? Leroy, you hardly touched your food. Not even your asparagus. You know you love Nana's asparagus. You been crying? Are you still upset about those kids in school? We talked about what would happen. You know, Leroy, life isn't going to get any easier for you. Not with what you got. But that's what makes you special.
You. Yeah, you. You know what you gotta do.
If you're just joining us, we're at Election Headquarters 2016, where the approval ratings are historically low and the stakes are as high as they've ever been.
Unprecedented indeed, Jim. A campaign rally in which hateful, incendiary language takes center stage and violence is celebrated by the nominee himself.
Oh, yeah. Me.
Forget the divisions in the party. Is this what we've come to as a nation?
Really? No return address? No deal. How did you get in there? All right. Let's see what these clowns got today. No more heroin. No more cocaine. No more cocaine. No more cocaine. After you hear this, you would never get high. Never get high. You would never get high again. Poor guy. Now slowly hand over the money and nobody will get hurt. Now slowly hand over the money and nobody will get hurt. Do not hit the panic button. You will not call 911. After you hear this, you will call your wife and end it. You will never speak to her again. You will call your wife and end it. The kids will stay with me and you won't object. And it's for the best. During the deliberation, you will convince the rest of the jury that Mr. Malone is innocent. Kevin is not good for you. First of all, he never showers. He never showers. You know, so he smells like a young goat. No, he ain't no good for you. Now your mom has always been fat. Your mom has always been fat. You're not as fat as your mom. And you're not as fat as your mom. Which is why you need to lose weight now. You are my son. You're my son. And I love you. I hate you. You are my son. I hate you. You will testify. You will leave and never come back. You. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. You know what you gotta do. You know what you gotta do. What you gotta do. You. Yeah, you. You know what you gotta do.
Nothing more than a gross overstatement. Blame, and look, just let me finish. As I was saying, to blame the other, the outsider, to threaten to punish them for their differences, and we're talking about Americans here, as if they're the enemy, is to behave no differently than dictators and authoritarian leaders throughout history.
Right.
Look, I only hope that the public recognizes that this is a step in the wrong direction. Tell me how this is any different from what occurred in Nazi Germany. Did we learn nothing from the civil rights movement?
All right, how are you doing? I want to get 2 number 1s and 2 sweet teas.
All right, anything else?
That'll be all. What's going on, my brother?
My man, good to see you.
Always better to be seen than you.
Come on now. Man, I don't know how you eat that stuff.
I don't know how you don't recycle. What year is this?
You get off my back, and I'll get off yours. What do I owe you for the food?
Don't worry about it. I got it.
Appreciate it, man. So, what are you doing now that you're retired?
You know, staying busy.
Been watching the election?
Man, I ain't even going now.
I know, right?
Yeah, man.
It's bananas. Man, you know, a buddy of mine just got escorted out of one of those rallies, man. It was just a little bit north of here.
Yeah, what rally? Oh, one of his rallies. Yeah. They kind of shaking thing up a little bit, ain't they?
Actually, they were just in there, non-violent. They wasn't protesting or nothing. They were just there. And they got escorted out by the police. Now, the only reason I can think of.
It's a shame. A real shame.
Man, it's a lot more than a shame, man. It's a lot more than a shame. The news lied about it and said that the guy had signs and that the guy was violent and all this and that, and he wasn't.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Don't get me started on that. Let me ask your opinion on something, though.
Shoot.
You know my sister Rhonda? Her son, my nephew, he wants a job at the shop, man.
Mike, he's a good guy. isn't it?
Yeah, but not Mike. The other.
Oh.
Yeah, can you see that guy using a razor blade or trying to give somebody the Chaz fade?
Could get messy. Glad you're not too far from the hospital.
You see what I'm dealing with?
He is your nephew.
So, what you saying? You saying I should hire him?
Up to you, man.
So don't do it?
It's tricky.
Lay it on me. Because Rhonda, man, she keeps bringing it up and bringing it up. Well?
You really want me to make that choice? Or you want to make that choice yourself?
Yeah. Good point. Let's not play mind games tonight.
Care if I stay a bit?
Do I ever? I got some stuff to do anyway. So just hang out. I gotta sweep and clean my clippers and, you know, closing up the shop. Whole nine.
Mishandled classified information. She continues to lie about it. Nixon resigned after 18 minutes went missing from his illegal Oval Office tapes. Yet, somehow, she deletes 30,000 plus emails from an illegal email server during an FBI investigation. And she's still qualified to be president? Would someone please explain how that makes any sense?
Help me. Or hurt me. You're no better than a drug dealer or a criminal. A drug dealer or a criminal. I'm stuck. I can't get out of here. I can't wake up! I can't wake up.
And the problem is, of course, that money is not the same as credibility. Just because someone's funding their own campaign doesn't mean they're capable of being president. In fact, they've proven that they are not capable of being president. It's about more than just the money and where it comes from. Not every foreign policy issue is about making a deal. If we look beyond the money, people, at the man himself, what are the values that guide?
Oh boy. Good morning, Kelly.
Hey, Mr. Leroy. You're early this week.
Yeah, I figured since I was out. Might come back with some more later.
Is that right? Hey, tell me something, if you don't mind me asking.
What is it?
Got a little bet going on in here. We're all wondering where your cash comes from.
Oh, you are you?
I mean, some of us place bets on what you do for a living, just for fun, you know. There are some really funny ones back here. Can you believe one lady guessed drug dealer or a criminal?
What did you say?
We're just kidding around, hun. You just stealing a lot of cash is all. Well, here's your receipt.
Yeah, I do.
Dear friend, it is with a heavy heart that I send you this particular assignment. But you come highly recommended, and I am confident that by the end of this letter, I will have you convinced that completing this recording is the just right moral thing to do. The clients my script is intended for are currently facing an impossible decision, one that they are unable to rationally make on their own due to their emotional proximity to my patient, who was, up until recently, fighting for her life. My patient is their daughter, 17 years young, but I'm afraid her chances of survival are at this point no longer within the natural realm of possibility. She is essentially a vegetable on a ventilator, which is where you come in. You must do the right thing, the thing her parents cannot do on their own, and intervene on this poor young lady's behalf.
Stuck like Chuck, man.
Why are you even here, man? Is this even a question? You know what you gotta do.
It's a lot of cash, man. I'm sick of it. And the doctor's got a point. It's not really a chance for the girl.
Then why are you even asking me? You shouldn't even open the letter in the first place. Is this the only one? You know they might be onto you, right? They won't want someone like us having this kind of power. So we gotta watch ourselves. Forget racial profiling. You're acting like a straight up drug dealer, criminal or something. I thought this was behind you.
Chad, the girl that the doctor talked about, she appeared to me in a dream. Way before the letter came.
So now you're talking to dead people.
She's not dead. Yet.
But that's why you're here, right? You want me to tell you it's okay.
I don't know what I want.
But you feel comfortable making that decision for her? For her parents? You're talking crazy, man.
No, I don't feel comfortable. That's why I'm here. It's not that simple. She's on a breathing machine. Could be the rest of her life.
Maybe she just needs time. She's got her whole life ahead of her. 17 years old.
She's suffering, like the doctor said. And her family is miserable. I could end that. And if I don't get paid.
So if I'm picking up what you're putting down, you're gonna take the easy way out. Because it's more convenient. Least disruptive to this little thing you got going on. What about her saying all this? Don't you see she can't speak up for herself?
The fact of the matter is the immigrant problem in this country is not a problem at all. It's been fabricated. It's a lie that incites fear, a false sense of patriotism, and entitlement.
This is about your voice and how you're going to use it.
And this narrative has become so familiar and immigrants so marginalized.
Are you going to use it to make yourself more comfortable because it's easy?
That now we've made foreigners our scapegoats.
Or are you going to speak up for someone who can't speak up for themselves?
In order to protect the status quo, rationalize spying on civilians, even justify our wars. And in making immigrants and foreigners our scapegoats, we've dehumanized them. We've turned a deaf ear to their voices, and that's not even the worst of it.
You're flustered now? Just wait till I'm done, because I'm just getting started.
While drowning out the voices of some, we've amplified the voices of others.
If you think this is about deciding one way or the other, you're dead wrong.
We've empowered fools, endorsed career criminals, on the left and on the right.
You're caught up on option 1 and option 2, as if those are the only two options you have.
In the name of party loyalty, we've gone along to get along, but now we have nothing to show for it. We realize that our two-party system is broken, and yet this election, we're still considering voting for the lesser of two evils. The problem is, the lesser of two evils is still evil.
There's always another way, a third option, and it's not sitting back and doing nothing.
In light of all our feelings about the nominees, we may be tempted to abstain from voting, but what will that accomplish?
If you sit back and do nothing, you're a part of the problem.
Abstaining would only perpetuate our broken system.
I'm not telling you what to do, because I honestly don't know. But I am saying you need to think it through.
Therefore, it's time for citizens from every walk of life, from every race and culture to join together and take action. It's time we put party loyalty aside. It's time we thought freely and independently. It's time we rejected the two-party system that's failed us again and again.
Think outside the box.
If we have to write a name on a ballot, we will.
And think about what's right.
Call it a vote of dissent.
You'll figure it out.
A vote of intelligence.
Just make sure deep down you feel good about your decision.
A vote of conscience.
Just know that whatever decision you make when you walk out of this door,
it's time to use our voices to change our destiny.
It's gonna dictate your future.
Yo, Chad, I've been reading up on her condition. Hearing is the last thing to go. I think I found the third option. You. Yeah, you. You know what you gotta do.